Ted is here. Hello, everybody. Hello, Ted. Hey, Ted, Happy New Year, dude. What's up, Mars? Peter Pober? I think I've seen you before. Mr. Montesi. What's up, Paul? Everyone say hi to Paul. D's Nuts. Happy New Year. Hey, guys, it has been a long time. It has been a long time. Josh Bell, what's up, Josh? History Planet. Cheyenne, Happy New Year. Name me, howdy. Thanks, Ted. My new old wife. Yeah, technology. Happy New Year, buddy. Was it 8 o'clock? So it's basically New Year's where you are. Technology, right? You got 2 hours over there. That's awesome. Yeah, Happy New Year's, guys. No moon yet. I appreciate that. What up, XRP fam? George, hello. What's up, Paul? How you doing, buddy? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. You know, 2018, pretty interesting year. I will have to say that. It's been... Hi, Sam. Happy New Year. How you doing? Let's look at some charts. Let's look at some daily charts. We're here to look at charts. I'm here to say Happy New Year and look at charts. That's all I'm here to do. Actually, today, I had a pretty old client of mine. Oh, it's already January 1st there. Well, forget you. Never mind then. It's already, your year's already started. Mine hasn't started yet. So, tell me, how is 2019 so far? Is it pretty good? Is it pretty good so far? So, I will say it's been an interesting 2018. I've met a lot of great people. I will have to say that. A lot of people that have taught me a lot, held me accountable for some of the things I do wrong, and I've held other people accountable as well. I think 2018 is a year that a lot of us won't forget. You know, 2017 was quite spectacular, and 2018 I think was spectacular, but in a different way. And if you guys are still around in this crypto market, if you guys survived the drop from 20K down to 3K, you know, good job. You know, good job, guys. Seriously, good job. It's a lot of traders didn't make it. A lot of investors cashed out with huge losses. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. That's right, Paul. That's right. You were the first one to say that, I believe, right, Paul? Wasn't that you? Yeah. Paul Tyler's the first one to smash the like button. Paul Jenner is the first one. That's poignant. Someone should write that in a book somewhere. D's Nuts, second year investing, learned a bunch. Oh, and for me, so fantastic. Well, that's why I'm here. I'm kind of here to share what knowledge I've gained, so some of you don't have to go through a lot of the pains that I went through for far, far too long. I still suffer from some of them, as a lot of people do. Peter liked. Thank you, guys. Thanks for liking the video. If you liked the video, we haven't really talked about much. Just said Happy New Year. And, I think January 31st, I think it is a good time to reflect a little bit. As a trader, you should always be reflecting on what you do. And at least for me, that also leads me to do that in my personal life. You'll find that when you start to see a little bit of success as trading is when you become a little more humble, when you're able to hold yourself accountable, and that does bleed into your personal life as well. So, I know for me, my personal life is some of my tendencies have gotten better as I've gotten better at trading. Others still remain, obviously, but what has the year done for you? Here's the beginning of the year right here. Let me make it a big red candle. People are going to think this is a scary Barding candle. Ian, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Did way better in stocks than crypto in 2018. Yeah, right? Absolutely. Even though 2018 ended up going into a bear. According to my screen, I was the first to like. Maybe Ted was. Ted was here first. I will say that. Appreciated my rationality this year. It's kept me grounded. Well, good, Tyler. I'm glad. Yeah, like I said, I'm basically here to kind of, I guess, kind of be a guide to traders. I don't know what my role is per se. I could just be me. That's all I can do. So, but yeah, I'm glad some of you guys have found my words helpful. Hopefully, I'll re-up myself in 2018 here to get more stuff out there. To be honest with you, that's something I have lacked. My whole 2018 was I did not accomplish many of the things I wanted to do due to some of my personal shortcomings. And maybe I'll re-up myself in 2019. We're gonna do some work. Gonna have a trading product sometime this next year coming out. And but yeah, that'll be fun. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be so cool. I do not have a Patreon, actually, to be honest with you, D's Nuts. I actually do have one, but I don't know if it's like I filled it out because I kind of felt that I should, especially with someone in my position. I think it's Real Crypto. Let's see if that's a thing. Oh, it's LCRX at AOL.com. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever like completely. Ooh, country of residency. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. I think it is Real Crypto. Oh, come on. I didn't want to spend a million years doing this. I just want to... Yeah, see, I've got one, Real Crypto. There's my logo. They made it a circle, so it came out kind of weird. But it's in here somewhere. I do have a Patreon. I don't even know if you wanted to support me. I'm not even sure if you could. I don't know if that's live. If you want to let me know, that'd be cool. I have thought about setting it up, but I do got my Real Crypto Power Hour. Maybe that's a little too much for some people. I probably should do a little bit more on my Patreon. Lost the video. Let's see. It's still up on my side, Tyler. Why don't you try refreshing your screen if you lost the video? It's still up on my side, so we should be okay. Ian's going to start a YouTube channel in 2019. That's cool. It's fun. It's quite a bit of work, though. It's quite a bit of work. You know, when I first got started, I had a couple videos that really put me on the map. And then outside of that, I think, like you guys said, my kind of grounded trading personality and kind of helped me out. I may start another YouTube channel once I'm done with a couple of projects. I'm a pretty handy guy, and I just did a whole remodel all by myself, and it's a lot of fun. So I may do a handyman channel or something. What's up, Ted? Ted with $5. Thanks, buddy. I've helped you stay alive. Well, that's awesome, man. That's the best compliment I can... Honestly, that's the best compliment I can have, to be honest with you. That's why I came here to help people stay alive in this industry. I really did. Thanks, History Planet. I appreciate that. I need to be a little more active on here with the general public. I spend quite a bit of time, believe it or not, in my Power Hour. The videos are a little shorter because we're not going through all 150 coins. I do that before the Power Hour. But I sometimes feel like when I repeat myself 3 and 4 times, my message just gets weaker and weaker. So I sometimes have a hard time getting those public videos out, which is why you see my content generally reduced. English to me, what's up, Rando? Hey, English, how you doing? Happy New Year, Craig. Happy New Year, Craig. Happy New Year, buddy. To truly capitulate, wouldn't it make better sense to bounce up first to 4,900? I don't know. I don't know what makes sense. I don't know if anything makes sense in that regards. A lot of people thought over here, it made sense that we would bounce up again past this high, and then that would bring in the bulls. Then we'd lead to capitulation. So, I kind of usually the simplest thing are the ones that work out. Like we talked about in the Power Hour this morning. Craig, I don't think you're part of the Power Hour. We were actually talking a little bit about that. I had a couple newer community members talking about this market sucks, blah blah blah, and I just kind of had to remind them that there's certain times to this is night mode on TradingView here, D's Nuts. Yeah, you go to settings, and then right at the bottom here, theme, light and dark. Dark is kind of like your night mode, if you will. That's why I have the dark up here. You can do that. But anyway, yeah, we were discussing, I was talking about the BART moves, the ups and downs, and he was getting really sick of it. And I'm like, you just kind of, you have to take things simple. If you're getting, we had a nice move up here, then it started getting, then we had 1, 2, 3 bases. We never broke out. We broke down, and then we came back up, had a failed high, and came back down. Once you have 1 or 2 counter moves to the trend, and you start getting whipsawed around, you're best just to kind of calm down and just kind of wait the market out. The market's always going to be there, but you don't always have to trade at every single signal. There's going to be many signals, and when those signals stop working, like so here it broke down. If you were looking for this base to for it to break up or down, you got the downward signal. Let's say you shorted it here. Let's say you were long here and you exited here, and then maybe you got into a short, and then you had a little consolidation. Then it came right back up into the base. And then maybe you went long again, maybe you didn't, but you had a failed high, then it broke lower again. By this stage of the game, you're basically, okay, we're back into a choppy market. And we were talking about that at the time here, and especially over here. We're like, yeah, we're just going to see chop. I actually mentioned quite a few days here, we're probably going to see a lot of reversal movements. We got reversal movements, and nothing to make money off of, in my opinion. These are difficult money-making situations unless you're really active in the charts, which not a lot of people are. But you really just kind of have to just kind of wait. And as far as needing a bounce up, I don't know if it needs a bounce up. So here's the thing with Bitcoin, and we talked about this. Maybe it was yesterday we talked about this. You look at the daily on Bitcoin. We have not had a higher high on a swing high basis in Bitcoin ever since 17,000. If you look at the swing highs, so do we have to? Ooh, these are thick lines. Those are really thick. Let's get that back to white lines. That was nicer. So if you look at all these swing highs, we really haven't had any swing highs. So these are not swing highs. These are what I refer to as local highs. These are kind of local highs, but they don't really necessarily count as a higher high, lower high. So you can, we did this exercise back here, back here in July actually, before we had this high. I think we did this whole exercise in these lower highs. Even during this time, I think we did that. And then so you have all these swing highs, swing high, swing high, swing high. You can tell it's a swing high because it has area on the left and the right of the high. There's really not a lot of area over here. There's no depth to it. So this also is a local high, not really a swing high. This is not a swing high. This is not a swing high. If we stopped here, this would be a swing high, but this is your swing high. So now here we have maybe a swing high here. I don't even know if I consider this a swing high, to be honest with you. I'm not quite sure I do. It's very close to the base. It's just kind of a bounce. This could be considered a swing high, right? That most recent one about a week ago. So that could be the swing high. And if we never go back above that, then we still have all those lower highs intact. Nothing has changed in Bitcoin. But we also could come up, and we've been talking about this scenario. There's kind of a weird inverted head and shoulders here. It's not my favorite pattern, but it's a potential thing. And we could swing up higher here. There's actually measured moves that take you up to 5,200. That would be a nice swing high, wouldn't it? And be lower than the prior high, perfectly within the trend, and that could also lead us to lower. So we don't have to have a bounce high, but we definitely could have a bounce higher. It's definitely a possibility. Nothing that we've done today has really broken the trend directly. Let's see here. We were talking about this trend line kind of containing a lot of price action, and it looks like we broke beneath that today, and now we're consolidating under that. Pretty elevated volume. What's the volume aggregation tool? So volume aggregation is a little bit red right there on the 2-hour chart, and still within this falling wedge as well. So I have this falling wedge. I got a lot of lines on my chart. I could probably delete a few of these. So, there's lots of signals with Bitcoin. I think this low is important. This is the low of that inverted head and shoulders. If we really undercut this, that could put this whole rally in danger. So I'll leave that up there and get rid of this though. But there we go. So there's a falling wedge right here. You got the falling wedge. Typically is a bullish pattern, and we'll see if we can maintain this and then bounce out of this at some point. I think that would be a good buy. I think that'd be a pretty good buy. All right, guys, I was ranting there a little bit. Let's see what I missed here. That's your name, TA. There you go. I like it. Was there ever a bear market that lasted less than 2 years? Yeah, bear markets last between 9 months and 2 years, at least in the stock market. 9 months to 2 years. That's kind of their general range. So yeah, bear markets. We did a lot of work in the stocks power hour on bear markets. You can actually just Google stock bear market. Let's see if I can get the same website. And there have been some bear markets that were 3 months. It doesn't look like I can find that right now. But yeah, there have been some bear markets. There have been some bear markets that were only about 3 months old. Here we go. 11 bear markets. This is the one because it only gives you 7 bear markets. So this one is 34 months. This one's 37 months. This one was 6 months for 28% loss. 6 months. 18 months. 21 months. 27 months. 3 months. So it's possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Kind of have to. You just take, everyone with. Everything with their own grain of salt. Oh, nice, Ted. No life except partying with my hot wife, but when real crypto goes live, lady says go listen. Well, hello, hot wife. Thank you for lending your husband's ears. I really just kind of want to jump on and say hi. I didn't have a lot to say about the market other than, we had that little breakdown right there. Nothing super concerned with the pattern. We still have generally declining volumes. Even if the average is raising just a little bit, it looks like the volume was more sustained. Bitcoin Cash looks like having some pretty good moves. We talked about this in the Power Hour the past couple of days, trying to get over this trend line. Looks like it may be trying to make a move, actually, while I'm live here today. Let's look at the lower term time frame. So it rallied lower, broke on pretty high volume. Now it's trying to rally above this. Not crazy volume. You can see the volume aggregation tool definitely being elevated green since the low. Very nice upward trajectory on that tool. And sellers are kind of flat at this stage of the game. So it could be a potential for Bitcoin Cash. Looks like it just came up to the breakdown point. This could be a place where we could pause or fail the move. But we have alerts in the Real Crypto Power Hour at 165.16 here at the stage on Bitcoin Cash. So how did ETH handle that reaction? So ETH actually looks like it broke below both of our ranges there. Also bear flagging. We'll probably get a positive reaction at some point just to kind of mess with everything. What do you think about ETH USD Binance and Waves BTC Binance? Well, actually, we talked about Waves the past 2 days. And what do you got? You got ETH USDT Binance. Actually, that's Binance. So here's Binance. Yeah, so ETH broke down a little bit there. To be honest with you, I think it's going to come back up. That's just my personal opinion. I think I was probably stopped out on that move. I had a stop on Ethereum at 131 and change. So I probably got stopped out on this move, which is fine. I don't know if I'm going to re-enter. I haven't really looked at the chart that much. I'll probably, if I don't buy in a bottom area here, then I'd probably wait for another breakout before I were to do anything. But ETH is looking fine. There's nothing really broken. Vlad, 4 a.m., you probably should go to sleep. Unless you're just going to call it an all-nighter, but there's not much trading going on, so you have to have your wine keep you company, buddy. But yeah, Ethereum not too bad. Volume's still declining, so maybe a lower buy here is warranted. This drop here on Binance, the volume not very heavy. Volume aggregation tool, very flat. Nothing major right there. So yeah, I would probably view this as just kind of almost a neutral reaction. Almost makes me want to re-enter my position on this. Maybe I don't know, I'll have to figure that out later. I don't really like making too many trades while I'm sitting here talking to you guys. I don't watch anyone's channel, Craig. No one's. I keep my trading universe very small. That way I don't like to inject any biases into my analysis at all. So I pretty much ignore everybody. Measured move on BTC to the downside. Well, I think that depends on your time frame, Samp. So the analysis, my prior bottoming area was 3,600 to 2,400 is actually all on the chart here. At this point in time, though, with us basically destroying the 3,600 level, I think that we're probably going to bottom lower than 2,400. I don't have a well-defined level, but what this does to us while we're breaking through these lows, I think it definitely could put the $1,000 into range. But I don't really have a major measured move. Now, out of the inverted head and shoulders to the upside, the measured move is to about 5,200 and change. If this is what you're referring to, this inverted head and shoulders, let's say we broke over here. 53.28 is about where that inverted head and shoulders takes you to. If we get to that target, we've seen a lot of these inverted head and shoulders not hit their targets. And then you also, someone also mentioned waves. Let's go take a look at waves in the power hour spreadsheet. And looks like waves is pretty neutral. I think waves is good. So I haven't seen it since this morning. Looks like it had a pretty big selling candle. That's a very ominous candle. But we didn't have much of a reaction to the downside after that. As a matter of fact, we're kind of floating higher. If we get a breakout above this level, that would be good. This was kind of our buy point on waves or / alert level. Actually, you know, I take that back. Our alert level was up here. This is what we noted this morning as we kind of we were flattening out. We noted that waves yesterday started going sideways. Something it really hadn't done in a while was tightening up a very, very low volume range, and then it started to pop up. This put my volume aggregation tool in the red again. We were hoping it was going to cross green based off of this action. But we'll have to see what happens up here. We could chop around here. But waves overall is looking okay. I think there's a lot of people looking at waves now, which may make it difficult to trade. Usually when there's this many people watching a coin, it doesn't continue. They use that as a reason to sell. And we may get that. We'll have to see. I can't say for certain. But all I will say is this. Here in the Real Crypto Power Hour, we actually... look, no one knew it was going to do that run, but we were following this coin way down here at 2,700 sats. We called a sell signal here, and then it popped back up over here over a buy point, and then this thing, Waves has been trading really well. Its signals are also really interesting. I can't remember a coin that was like so digital, I guess, in its signals. It was on or off, and that was it, and there was no like lull in between. So we mentioned some topping behavior up here. It came down, formed a low. We noticed no selling volume, and they were like, this thing's probably not done. And then it came and started rallying here. We were looking at it over here again for a potential entry. People had some positions up here. Then got shaken out on these little moves over here. But then we had an immediate sideways action, then an immediate uptrend that is so interesting that I can't really remember coins that have had such digital reactions. It's like on, off, on, and then it happened again, and then it kind of did something similar. And it's still continuing to do that. It's still continuing that. We have some selling pressure here, but look at the volume aggregation tool. A lot of green, not so much red. We don't really have any major red areas in the volume aggregation tool anywhere. So Waves has really, really been digital on and off and on and off. So we're off here. We could be back on in Waves, and that means maybe in the future we'll be 20 or something % higher here, as long as the market doesn't fall apart. But yeah, so in my newsletter, Waves has almost been a daily occurrence here, going back a month. Going back almost a month, which is almost every newsletter I put out. I think we started the newsletter back in November along with the live power hour. So we put the newsletter together. I think it's been on there almost every day. There's probably 3 or 4 days it wasn't on there. A couple days in here, a couple days in here, and I think one day here. And that was it. Other than that, I think we covered it almost every day. Can anyone explain? I hear partnerships with all these cryptos and billion-dollar companies. What exact deals should I give for token price increase? I'm not sure if you can give any reason for token price increase. So tokens rise in price essentially because the majority of people are buying them. For whatever reason, whether it be an ICO, a pump and dump, just something running because it's running, a Binance contest, something getting listed on an exchange, whatever brings a lot of people into a coin, that's generally what will cause a pump. And it could, the reason could be what you're referring to, could be some news about something like that. I have a real hard time finding fundamental analysis on crypto besides Bitcoin that I can truly believe in. Well, yeah, to be honest with you, D's Nuts, there are no fundamentals in crypto. I got to be quite honest with you. Even with Bitcoin, I don't believe there's any fundamentals. It's very similar to gold. There's no real fundamentals to gold. The price is not defined by earnings. It's not defined by anything really other than sentiment value. So there's really no fundamentals. I'm a chartist. That's what I do, charts. And believe it or not, I can point time and time again where charts have led fundamentals. As a matter of fact, when you sell a stock, you basically sell it on a charting basis. You don't sell a stock on fundamental basis. It's very difficult to sell a stock on fundamentals. By the time the fundamentals turn red, the stock's already down 30 to 50%. That's kind of how it works. So the technicals really, there's going to be people that argue with me, people that argue with me on that, and that's fine. But really, all you need is technical analysis, in my opinion. Now, in stocks, I definitely believe that fundamentals are important in stocks, absolutely. But I never buy a coin strictly off fundamentals. It has to be acting well. So in the stock market, it's the mixture of great fundamentals and great technicals. In crypto, there's no fundamentals, so you're stuck with great technicals. Only believe confidence and proof of concept. That's it. No fundamentals. Well, there's no. Well, see, here's the thing. How many blockchains are actively live? Very, very few. I don't even think IOTA's live. I don't think Cardano's live. I think it has a beta net up or something like that. But you look at a majority of the coins. There's no rationale for any of them to jump up the percentage they did, and there's no fundamental rationality for them to drop as much as they did. It's all technical. TRX is live. So a few of them are live. I'm not saying all of them aren't live, but yeah. So TRX is live. So we know Bitcoin. Obviously, it's a currency, so that's live. XRP is live network. I think they've actually launched their XRapid product by now. Unfortunately, I saw an article recently saying why banks are not using XRP, and I think Ripple published that article. So no one's even really using XRP, which is I think why it really hasn't taken off like it probably should have. If no one's using it, then there's your fundamental case gone. If no one's using your network, ETH is up and live and running. And yeah, even Paul says even the ones that are live aren't really being used. That's true as well. And see, here's the other thing. It's kind of like the black swan of crypto. What is this stuff good for? To be honest with you, like we all agree that crypto has great possibilities. But what the hell are you actually going to use it for? What monetarily? Like, I think smart contracts are cool. I think they're super cool. But until the governments get on board, until there's some kind of an ecosystem to bridge this burgeoning technological trust ecosystem with the real world, where we've been doing trust for 10,000 years just fine without crypto. So there has to be an impetus for us to change. There has to be something to shift us away from the trust-based system into a trustless digital ecosystem. And that could be 100 years from now. We don't know exactly when we're going to do something like that. I think at some point in the future, we probably will move a little bit away from that, from the trust-based system into the trustless. But at the same time, there's no major use case for it now. Like Ethereum's still worth like what, $9 billion? And then I don't know, $13.8 billion. Yeah, so let's just call it $14 billion. If ETH were a stock and they were going based off of revenue, I'm not necessarily sure how much money goes through ETH, but I'm not sure if it would be worth $14 billion. in the stock market, in terms of valuation. I can't be for certain. Now, I'm not talking trading volumes. I'm referring to the actual ETH network and how much gas or how much ether is used, and how that, if you want to relate that back to the price, that's fine. But I don't know how much it's being used. I don't know if anyone here can tell me off the top of their head. If not, then not too many people are actually looking at fundamentals, because that would be a fundamental value. So Monero is good for private transactions, but how often do you need it? My friendly dealer doesn't even accept it, cash only. Yeah, so I agree with, good. There's good things, but really is, and even with Bitcoin good for transferring money across borders. Millionaires in China can't leave, but can't take their millions with them. However, B2C creates that loophole. Yeah, blocktivity.info. Well, we can take a look. Let's take a look real quick. But yeah, in terms of valuation, so in the end we're looking at. Oh, this is cool. I haven't seen this before. Nice. In the end, like what we're asking is what gives these things value, and the question is the people trading the markets. That's all, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If you think about it, if you guys do believe in crypto, whatever that means, like what does that mean? Believe in crypto? It's like, I believe the Earth is round. It's like, yes, the Earth is round. Obviously, it's round, and guess what? Yes, crypto's here. It's obvious it's here. You can right now go write an application if you want to on a number of blockchains. The EOS blockchain. You could write something on the Ethereum blockchain, the Nano blockchain. I don't know why you would use Ethereum Classic, but apparently some people are. You could use the Waves blockchain. VET apparently is live. That's cool. I like this. So let's keep this on trading tips. Yeah, I'll keep it there for now. But this is pretty cool. Thanks for mentioning that. But anyway, yeah, so like all these, so Ethereum 522,434, what does that mean? Like, how much does it cost for Ethereum transaction? Let's do this. How much does an Ethereum transaction cost? There we go. Average ETH transaction fee chart. So right now we're looking at, can I have a number, or do I have to go over here and move my... Okay, so your average fee is 8 cents. Let's call it 9 cents. Let's round up to 9 cents. So just by simple math, we can see that... I clicked on the wrong thing. So simple math, we got 9 cents times 522,434. That's $47,000 of ETH. Is this a day? Oh, 7 days. Oh, 7-day average. Average number of operation on the blockchain during the last 24 hours. Average number of operations on the blockchain during the last 7 days. Why are they the same? That seems odd. That seems very odd. Okay, well, let's just do 47,000 times 365. So that right there telling you that as of right now, averaged out, the total Ethereum blockchain value is $17.1 million. You want to talk fundamentals? This is the only fundamental number I've ever seen in crypto. I just made up my own fundamentals, ladies and gentlemen. I just made up my own fundamentals. You're welcome. I have brought fundamentals to crypto. Yes. So welcome to 2019, where we have fundamentals in crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Ethereum is worth $17 million, not $17 billion. So your PE ratio of Ethereum is 1,000 to 1. It's 1,000 to 1. That's your PE ratio. So go from 14 billion to my calculator to 17 million. It's 1,000 to 1 PE ratio. It's 1,000 to 1. So if you look at a standard ratio of the S&P, which would be 14, Ethereum should be worth $240 million. So we're still overvalued by pretty much all of the price of Ethereum. We're still overvalued. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have created fundamentals in crypto, and this proves I'm the crypto god. I'm just saying it, guys. 2019, real crypto, real god. Oh, that's going to get me a lot of bad comments. Oh, I should delete this video as soon as I post it. You guys know I'm joking. But like seriously, I've actually never seen numbers put out like that before. And if you want to give S&P values to cryptocurrency, let's say you want to give triple. Let's say you want to give triple, so which would be what? 14, 28, 52. If you want to give it a 52 times PE, you're looking at $720 million. If you want to give Amazon like PE ratios, which is about 100 to 1, you're looking at about what was it about? Was it 18? You're looking at $1.8 billion essentially, I believe. So you're looking at a maximum $1.8 billion. So this thing is still overpriced by 90%. It could still drop, still overvalued by 90%. Yeah, I know, Ted. You guys know me. I'm I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. You guys should see what I do when I'm not on a public live stream talking to a lot of people I don't know. So I actually have a channel that I have made that I have no videos called Crypto A-Hole, but like the full word, just so I can go on YouTube and really rant about weird crypto stuff, just really making fun of everyone. I really want to do that someday, but I have other aspirations as well. But anyway, so yes, I just invented fundamentals for cryptocurrency, ladies and gentlemen. And by doing so, I have shown you that the market is it's just insanely overvalued. So do we have room to go lower? Absolutely. And so that's the thing, is like we think these prices mean something, but they don't. They mean nothing. They literally mean nothing. You got Ethereum at $133. It doesn't need to be $133. It kind of needs to be like $1.50. So, Jared, Happy New Year! Yes, 8:30 in Arizona, so I still got a long way to go. Actually walked in from working about, how long did I work today? About 10 hours today. Decided to go talk to you guys. So I didn't want to come back. I didn't do anything for Christmas. It's been nuts at the house, and I didn't have a chance. All the kids were here, and it was crazy. So, but I did want to jump on, and I did want to say Happy New Year's to you guys. That's actually while I'm here. So, Happy New Year's, guys! Welcome to Crypto 2019, where real crypto believes in crypto fundamentals, and they show you that we're insanely overvalued. It's pretty much. Do Bitcoin fundamental? Well, I don't know if you can. I was actually thinking about that. I'm not sure. So BTC. So let's do BTC. So BTC would be 620, 172. What's the average Bitcoin transaction price? Average Bitcoin transaction price. See, Google even corrected my horrible spelling. Wow, 26 cents. 161 times 365 days, 58. Let's give it a 100 multiple of the NASDAQ, worth $5.8 billion is what Bitcoin is technically worth. If you want to give it, if those are the metrics you're going to use, if those are the metrics. Yeah, let's do them all. Why not? Let's have some fun. Okay, so let's do this. Let's move my calculator like there. I guess I can probably do it in the same screen. All right, so we got... This is kind of fun, guys. I'm really glad that whoever gave me this website, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, because I've never seen that, but it actually does give us a lot of information, and I should do a video on this. Like, to be honest with you, if people want to talk about fundamentals in crypto, I'm the guy, and I'm sure there's other guys out there too, but I'm the guy that screams there's no fundamentals in crypto and start yelling at people. Everyone here that's members of the community can vouch for that. And I've seen at least like 6 or 7 of you. So what's up, Elon Musk? That puts Bitcoin at 150. Wow, that's amazing. So okay, so we have ETH, and these are all going to be 100 times price to earnings ratio. Now there's really no earnings in crypto, but just depending just depending how you want to do that. So ETH was what? So we had ETH it was like 1.8 billion. We had BTC at 5.8 billion. We can do EOS. Typing EOS into a calculator doesn't give you very good results, guys. Average transaction price. So here's the thing about EOS. I don't think there's a transaction price in EOS. I don't think it actually works that way. I don't think. So if someone, please feel free to correct me. EOS price analysis. No. But yeah, I don't think EOS actually has a transaction price. Average transaction price. Let me put cost in there instead of price. Yes, that's what I thought. Free transaction. That's what I thought. That was kind of one of the things with EOS. You can have your own little mini EOS hub. So EOS is pretty cool, actually. If you guys don't know, I'll just draw it for a little bit here. So you have like the main EOS network. This is like the main ledger of the blockchain of EOS. EOS is actually designed so you actually spin up a bunch of little EOS that all report to the main blockchain. I believe this is how this works. So you can run like your own little mini hub, and then there's like voting rights within each of these hubs. It's decentralized in a way. I think it works something like this. So basically, I believe I'm not for sure if I'm wrong. Please let me know. But I believe the transactions are free. The only reason you hold the coins is for voting rights within each of these cells, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, so EOS is basically worth 0 unless the fees are anything. So Wax, BTS, what else we got? Komodo, number 8. Look at that. That's interesting. Komodo's number 8. Only worth $86 million, though. ETH Classic, Waves, VET, Litecoin, Dash, Bitcoin Cash, XMR. That's interesting. So anyway, there you go, guys. So a little bit of fundamental talk, which I never thought I would do in crypto. But thank you very much for this. Transaction versus operation. Huh. Interesting. Do Litecoin. All right, let's do Litecoin. That we know that one has a value. So Litecoin average transaction. Litecoin average transaction fee. What's up, Mexican Charlie Lee? No, we're not crashing. You are correct to be concerned, though. I usually do jump on here when we're crashing. I actually am on here for New Year's. I wanted to say hi to you guys. Truly. So Mexican Charlie Lee, hello and Happy New Year. I'm not a real boisterous person, but I do like the holidays. I do like the holidays, and New Year's is one of them. It's a happy holiday for I don't know. Just seems cool. It's just a day to say hi and thank you to everyone. So 2 cents for Litecoin. 2 cents for Litecoin. So Litecoin, where's our 20,548 times 20, 548. That's not right, is it? $410. Well, let's do it again. 2548 times 0.02. What? Come on, I'm getting different results. 2548 times 0.02. $411 times 365 days. 150,000. Are you serious? That's horrible. Times we're doing 100. I'm just using the calculator because I'm lazy right now. LTC's only worth 15 million. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. So that's what Litecoin's worth. Ladies forcing you to go watch. Well, you know what? Just go enjoy the fireworks. Just go enjoy the fireworks. You know, today actually I was working outside in the rain. It wasn't heavy rain, but it was still rain. In Arizona, anything wet is rain. I was in the rain today. It was actually a really good exercise in positivity. I hate working in the cold. It was about 40 degrees outside today in Arizona. And yeah, it was I think that's why I'm streaming right now, to be honest with you, because I was really positive all day. I'm like, I usually hate digging. I usually hate the rain. Now I got to do both, and it's cold. And so I said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to say everything positive that I see. I'm not going to complain about anything. I'm like, hey, I did a good job doing that. Okay, that looks really good. I'm going to do this. It's going to be great. Let me make sure. I was very positive, and I think that carried through all day today. So positivity, guys, positivity. Even with your fireworks, D's. Even with your fireworks. How about Nano? Well, apparently Nano's free too. So, yeah. So Nano's overpriced by a billion %. 1 billion. I am kind of intrigued though that Litecoin only has 100 or whatever it was, $400 worth of transactions a day. Like seriously, that's all you get, and Litecoin's worth $1.8 billion. That's insane. Now, maybe there's a little bit of a difference on how you would value a Bitcoin or a Litecoin versus a blockchain such as Ethereum or Tron. I'm not sure Tron is on that list, is it? Tron is not on this list. Tron is not on this list. So, yeah, man, 14,000 for ETH, which should be worth $1.8 billion. And keep in mind, too, so here's the ETH high, basically right there. And I would argue that most of these are just from trading transactions. Although I do find it interesting. Do I hodl Litecoin? I do not, Mexican Charlie Lee. I do not. I do hodl some Bitcoin. Not a lot. I add to my stack every once in a while. I do believe in Bitcoin longer term in terms of that it's going to go higher. Not for any fundamental reason, as we're finding out today. Bitcoin's only worth $5.8 billion on like a really extreme valuation perspective if you value it at 100 times its PE ratio, just based on its transactions. So, I mean, Bitcoin's still overpriced too. Bitcoin's at 65. It could stand to lose about $60 billion. Where should I invest in? Any good ideas or prediction? You should invest in the NASDAQ. Is where you should invest. Here's the NASDAQ. We're down about 18%. Yeah, about 17.45%. If you invest in the NASDAQ, I think you should. You'll get a nice percentage, getting about 21% to all-time highs. To be honest with you, we still may continue lower. So that's kind of a disingenuous suggestion. But I don't really think. I think right now you just invest in cash, or bettering your situation or something. If you want to learn to trade and you want to actively trade, that's fine. But I don't really think you should take a bunch of money and just plant it somewhere, Merrick. I don't think that's really warranted. You see Bitcoin bottoming out at 1 to 1.5K. I think I'm with you there, Mexican. I think I'm with you there. We're kind of breezing through my $3,600 to $2,400 level that we've been talking about here forever, and I mean we're right now we're sitting right on top of 3,600. So we're obviously, this isn't the bottom by any stretch of the imagination. So I do believe we're going lower as well. Here's my bottoming box, and I've been talking about this region since January, at least, maybe even sooner than that, maybe even in December. But the fact that we're down here now and we're not capitulating down here implies that we probably do have much more downside action. Yeah, it could take some more time to display. I do believe you on that. It definitely could take a little bit more time. I don't think we've bottomed. I think we could be at a pause. We could be, moving around, but I don't think we've bottomed. So, all right, guys, I think I'm going to get out of here. I think I want to jump on and say hi. I wanted to jump on and say hi. So, thanks, guys, for joining me. Check out my website if you guys like my material. We do talk every single day. I know I'm not on YouTube that much anymore. I try to change it as much as I can, but if you do want to hear more from me and you want to talk to a real trader, get some advice on investing, have some specific questions or whatever, please consider my Power Hour. We do a daily newsletter every single day that you guys get to your inbox. We have an alert system thanks to Paul, and those get live alerted to our Slack chat room, and you can get alerted on your phone or on the web browser there. And yeah, custom indicators. You get my volume aggregation tool, Barzar, which we didn't see any of today. And yeah, we just go through the market, have some fun, and we talk about it 7 days a week. So if you guys want be in a nice little group of community of traders, have some of your questions answered. You know, there's a lot of people lose a lot of money in the markets, and $65 to save a lot of that, I think, is well worth it. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining me. Guys, have a happy New Year. Be safe if you're going to go out. Please do have a designated driver or be the designated driver. And I will see you guys next time. So have a happy New Year. Good night.